Welcome to Freestyle Fridays. I'm Chris Welton. And as you know, if you've been here before, Freestyle Fridays uncut, unedited, unscripted. Just kind of like what's on my mind, something I may have learned this week, something maybe I want to share, or just something that just got me fired up enough to get on here and start the cameras. Today, when I'm recording this, it's Thursday, June 5th. I'm coming off a nice couple travel days in New York City. Got to spend some time with Phil Jones, who has quickly become one of my mentors, a guy I look up to, who's helping me with some speaking stuff and just overall teaching me how to be better at conversations. So my question to you is, what problem are you solving? The truth is that everybody's a problem solver, whether they believe it or not. Even the person that serves you the food at Chick-fil-A is a problem solver. And the CEOs of companies, they're solving somebody's problems at a high level. At Chick-fil-A, they're solving a problem. You're hungry. They have food. They're solving the problem for you to be able to grab something to eat. So what problem are you solving? Are you focused on the right people and understanding the problem that you need to solve to help them move it on to the next step? For me, I work with high-performing entrepreneurs. A lot of them are in the real estate and mortgage space, but some of them are not. And I would say that the biggest problem I help them with is creating clarity and focus on where they want to go next, and then putting the disciplines in place to get there. So I'm a problem solver. I have been for a long time. What I know to be true is the bigger the problem we solve, the more opportunity we have for our family, i.e. the more money we can make. So the bigger the problem we solve, the more money we can make. So if you're solving small problems, maybe you should step back for a second, reflect, and figure out what are the bigger problems you can solve in the market. What are things you can do differently than everybody else? Don't fall into that little box where everybody's solving the same problems. Then you become a commodity, right? It's a race to the bottom, who they can pay the least amount of money to solve their problems. See, I don't advertise. I don't do sponsored ads. That's something I just don't do. My business comes from repeat and referrals, mainly referrals of current clients and even other people in the coaching industry or other executives of other companies that have seen the results we've been able to create. So the bigger the problem we're solving, the more money we're generating for our company. What if you got up tomorrow and said, I need to get clarity on the problem I want to solve for my clients? What problem is that? How can I be different? How can I dictate the terms of the market? How can I dictate pricing? Well, a lot of it's based on, again, the problem you solve. Well, here's the other part of that. I spend time almost every single day on what I call knowledge acquisition. And knowledge acquisition is where I take time out of my email. I'm not in my text messages on my phone or my DMs. And I focus on trying to be better in my space. What can I do to be different? How can I learn more, to be more, to serve more, right? I'll say it again. How can I learn more, to be more, to serve more? Well, I have to be intentional with what I'm focusing on, which is knowledge acquisition. If you say you're a professional in what you do, which I'm sure you do, if you're getting paid, you're not an amateur, you're not doing it for free. What are you doing to pour back in? What are you doing to learn? Who are you connecting with to be better in that space? See, I spent a couple days in New York City recently, again, like I started out in the beginning with Phil Jones, and I made a significant time and financial investment to learn more, to be more, right? I wanted to learn more about my space, how I could be better, put us in a room with 12 other speakers that I was on the very bottom peg of the level when it came to what these speakers were accomplishing. But I was in a room to learn from them, to be able to serve my clients at a higher level. I'm coached by multiple coaches right now. I have two coaches that I spend some time with, right? And both those coaches help me push myself to learn more. I read books every day, right? I'm getting ready to read right now. When I'm done filming this, I've got Jefferson Fisher's new book over there I'm going to read. I've been reading it already, but I'm going to knock out my 10 to 20 pages that I try to do every day and figure out the best way I can possibly implement things I'm learning from that to help my clients get to the next level. See, there's always a process and a thought behind it. When I grab a book, it's like we use the acronym CAT, right? Change, apply, teach, that one of my coaches taught me a while back. So I look at the book and as I'm reading, what can I change in my own life? What can I apply? And who can I teach it to? And I literally will put notes on the book. I've got these sticky little notes I put inside the book here. If you're watching this on YouTube, you'll see that. I've got these right here. So I tag the pages and I'll write people's names on them, who I think this will benefit most. Then I'll turn around and use that. If I have a big call coming up, like our group coaching call, what's the focus going to be next week for that first call of the month? A lot of it has to do with the things I'm learning in the space as well. What have I learned and what can I teach? Right? What can I share with them to help them grow? So it's a problem. What's the problem we're solving? Okay. Believe it or not, you're solving a problem for somebody, right? How can I get better at solving those problems? How can I solve bigger problems to earn more money and have more freedom? That's what it really comes down to. And that's why I've really loved this space of being a coach and a thought leader and a speaker, to be able to do those things, right? To be able to really figure out ways to solve the bigger problems for my clients. So we take away one thing today, figure out what that problem is, figure out a way to dial it in, and become a problem solver. I'll see you next Friday on Freestyle Friday. Take care.